And here we go. Kon Knueppel, the guard for the Duke Blue Devils. He's a freshman. Unbelievable film incoming for this kid. Way higher than I anticipated in terms of my expectations for him. He's way better than that. I knew he was going to be good because this Duke freshman class is highly rated, but I didn't realize he was going to be this good. Can't wait to share the film with you. Before I do, just a little housekeeping. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Become a channel member. You get a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff coming up this season. Also, don't forget to become a member of our playback channel on playback.tv/hoops profile. It's free, where we're going to be able to watch all of the college basketball hoops together this season, and you'll get all my insight in there in that room. And also, if you want to get some of our cool merch, it really helps us out. We got hoodies, we got shorts, we got all kind of stuff in there with our new logo on it because we've rebranded ourselves. It really helps us pay the bills and keep the lights on to be able to provide this content to you. I don't really get paid anything from this. I haven't received one check from YouTube or anything like that. So it really does help out. If you want to support us, you can definitely do that, or you can donate directly. Super chat, super thanks, any of that, it's all welcome. But I appreciate you liking, I appreciate you subscribing. Let's get right into the film. Here's what really jumped out at me from Kon Knueppel from the very beginning of the game was his point of attack defense. Now his foot speed needs a little bit of work, but I want you to take a look at how good his base is, how squared up he stays. He doesn't give the defender a front foot. If you give a defender a front foot, say you shade him to the left or you shade him to the right, if that defender attacks your front foot, it's a lot easier for him to beat you off the dribble or out of the triple threat. But what I love what Kon does, he keeps his base, squares up his man, doesn't use his hands, and he slides his feet. Watch this possession. Slide, slide, cut him off, cut him off. I love that. That was a great defensive rep by Kon. I love this passing work by Kon and Cooper against the zone. Cooper's going to flash here to the high post. Kon's going to give him a nice little drop pass. Cooper's going to draw all the defense, and he's going to use that height and hit his cutter on the baseline. Just beautiful basketball, simple, fundamental, nothing flashy, just good, solid work. This play isn't going to show up on any highlights at Sports Center, but right there is Kon. And I want you to pay attention. This guy has a lead on him sprinting down the floor. Watch him get on his horse, never give up on this play, and hustle back. And look at him get a tip, preventing a layup. That's big time. It's time for a beef check. For Kon Knueppel, let's take a look at his shooting base. His feet are shot ready. His hands are shot ready. I love this. A lot of players don't have their hands shot ready for whenever the ball comes. And his hands are definitely shot ready. Gets the ball. Check that form. Elbows in. Eye on the target. Follow through high. Look at that high follow through. Guide hand comes off the ball as knock to impact the rotation. Just super smooth, compact form. Splash down. Now, not to call out the Lincoln defense, but what is he doing? He just drifts all the way off Kon. I mean, I guess he's supposed to help and close off this drive. You just can't leave Kon Knueppel wide open. Look at that form. Beautiful. Now, I was waiting to see this from Knueppel because a lot of his threes have been wide open. I want you to notice he has a tendency to dip the ball and then come back up. He shortens that up and quickens his motion a little bit right here. And what I think he's going to learn over time is that catch high, keep high, because he can do it. He just showed you right there. All right, so Kon's stronger than anticipated, man. He is tough. This kid is tough. He's got the bigger player on him, so there's a mismatch in the post perceivably. Watch him stand this guy up and just play good defense without fouling. Almost caused the turnover. I really like this kid. I mean, Kon is just so freaking impressive, man. I mean, how is he a freshman? I don't understand. I know it's not against the greatest competition. It's Lincoln. But he gets the ball in secondary transition. He could easily just jack this three-point shot up. But instead, he sees the defenders up tall, not in his stance. So he gives a little pump fake. Drives to the lane. Super great feel for the game. Defender comes over. And a nice little drop-off pass for his teammate. His facilitating chops are just as good as his shooting. Duke has something, man. This kid's special. It's another thing I love about Kon's game, man. It's unbelievable this kid is a freshman. He was in the corner spotting up. The ball goes up. He doesn't just ball watch. He goes and crashes the glass. He's always around the ball, man. He just has a nose for the ball. Comes up with the rebound, poised, doesn't rush it. Gets right back in there to rebound again. I mean, he's just always around the freaking ball. I love it. I know this shot doesn't count, but Kon is just so fundamentally sound, man. Watch him get this pass. Squares up in triple threat, jab step, reject, go to the baseline. Just simple basketball, and he blows by his defender. He's got such a nice feel for the game. It's just unbelievable that he's a freshman. This is a learning opportunity for Kon right here. Gets into the lane and stays in there just a little too long, bumping around with his defender. He needs to just move the ball, right? Like, you just got to pass the ball, get it moving, create the swing. Playing around down there is going to be nothing but turnovers. So just some technical stuff to clean up. Again, Kon Knueppel has to really work on his foot speed. That may take until the off season to do. Ladder drills, dot drills, jump rope, but he's good. He's very solid. So what you're going to see is this defender is going to attack his front foot. He's going to go that way. When he goes that way, because it's his front foot, it has to drop. And that's going to give this guy a lane to the basket. But Kon's just really smart. So what he does, he realizes this, sees beat. But he realizes this and tries to get back into the play and wall off the offensive player so he doesn't have a clear line of sight to the basket. And just making himself big, he causes the turnover. But he was beat off the dribble initially. All right, so here's where Kon's foot speed shows up again, the lack thereof. He does a great job of sliding up and over this screen so he doesn't get picked off by it. But once he's over, he's just in a foot race and gets beat. Again, it's the little things for me with Knueppel. Just watch this on the free throw. Every coach tells you got to box out on the free throw line, so he's taking the shooter to box him out. Perfect position just to get the rebound. It's that easy sometimes. Just being where you're supposed to be. Outstanding. I know we spoke about it before, but one of the most impressive things about Kon Knueppel's game is his ability to beat his man out of the triple threat using his fundamentals and threat of outside shooting, and then the playmaking off of it. He's just such an instinctive player. Now this spacing right here between Kon and Flag is really poor. Flag needs to get out of the way here. And Kon, if he sees this kind of traffic, he needs to not dribble in here and play around. Because this is a bad turnover. You just can't have this. Now this one I definitely didn't have on my bingo card. Kon Knueppel off the missed three. Teammate gets the rebound. He cuts back door. And then watch him just elevate. And that is it for me today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below of Kon Knueppel. I know I'm probably saying his name wrong. I can't bring myself to say Knueppel. It's just too funny to me. But maybe that's it. That is how you pronounce it. That's how they were pronouncing it on the broadcast. But for now, until he corrects me or someone in his family, I'm going to call him Kon Knueppel. But he is fantastic. He's way better than I thought. Number 7 for the Duke Blue Devils. I'm not really sure about his measurables. I think they had him listed at like 6'7". He looks to be smaller than 6'7". Time will tell. But he is a knockdown, deadly shooter. He has a feel for the game that is way beyond his freshman years, just like Cooper Flagg. And he is an in-your-face bulldog, man. He's always around the ball, getting tips, getting deflections, getting rebounds, getting steals, and he makes winning basketball plays. He's very unselfish and is deceptive in the triple threat position, using his shot fake to get into the lane and play make for others. Just blew me away. Definitely, in my mind, early top 20 pick in my mind. We're going to have to see how the season progresses. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Listen to the Beyond the Backboard podcast with me and Matt Handyfan anywhere podcasts are found under Hoops Profile Beyond the Backboard. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Check out our merch shop. Helps keep the channel running. We're trying to continue to have our co-hosts like Matt Handyfan on the podcast and more guests. It's just a way for us to keep the lights on around here. But again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Become a channel member. I'll see you next time.